They called him the fifth Beatle. A rock star in football boots, brilliant on the pitch, and absolutely wild off it. This is the story of George Best. Imagine this, a shy, skinny kid from Belfast, Northern Ireland, arriving in the bustling industrial heart of Manchester in the early 1960s. He stepped onto the training ground at Old Trafford, and from that moment, the beautiful game would never be the same. He was there to rewrite the very definition of what a winger could be. In an era of tough tackling and rigid formations, George Best was a breath of fresh air, a flash of unpredictable genius. His talent was almost supernatural. It wasn't just his speed, though he was lightning quick. It was his balance, an almost physics-defying ability to stay on his feet while surrounded by desperate defenders. And then there was that impossible close control. The ball seemed glued to his boots, an extension of his own body. He could weave through a forest of legs, leaving defenders sprawling in his wake, looking utterly bewildered. They had no answer. It was like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. He wasn't just playing football. He was performing magic, turning the pitch into his personal stage. Every time he got the ball, a buzz of anticipation went through the crowd. You just knew something incredible was about to happen. He led Manchester United to glory, winning the First Division title and, most famously, the European Cup in 1968. That year, his individual brilliance was recognized on the global stage. He was awarded the Ballon d'Or, crowned the best player in Europe. He was on top of the world. Adoration followed him everywhere he went. He was more than a footballer. He was a cultural icon, the first true celebrity player. The spotlight didn't just find him on the pitch, it followed him everywhere. His face was on every magazine cover, his name on everyone's lips. And that's where the story takes its famous turn. Off the pitch, he became just as famous for the nights out as he did for the goals. He embraced the celebrity lifestyle with open arms. The fast cars, the sharp suits, the endless parties. He was charming, witty, and lived life at 100 miles an hour. He once famously said, "I spent a lot of money on booze, birds, and fast cars. The rest I just squandered." It was a line that perfectly captured his persona. The lovable rogue, the genius who refused to play by the rules, on or off the field. But fame, especially on that scale, always comes with a cost. The constant pressure, the relentless media attention, it all began to take its toll. The very things that made him a superstar, his free spirit and rebellious nature, also became his biggest challenges. His immense talent became shadowed by a deep personal struggle. The discipline required for elite sport clashed with the chaotic lifestyle he was living. Training sessions were missed, relationships with managers soured, and the dazzling light of his genius began to flicker, dimmed by the shadows of his personal life. It's a heartbreaking part of his story. A cautionary tale about the burdens of fame and the human fragility that can lie beneath even the greatest talent. Yet, despite the troubles, his legacy is undeniable. His genius is immortal. Go to any football academy in the world today, and you'll see coaches showing clips of George Best. They use his movements to teach young players about balance, control, and creativity. His audacious dribbles, his swivels, his shimmies, they are still studied, still imitated by a new generation of footballers dreaming of capturing just a fraction of his magic. His influence is woven into the fabric of the modern game. When you see a winger today cut inside, beat 3 players, and curl the ball into the top corner, you're seeing an echo of George Best. His genius lives on, so how do we remember George Best? Is he the flawed genius, the party boy who wasted his talent? Or the greatest player of his generation? The truth is, he was all of those things. He was the complete package, the dazzling skill, the rockstar charisma, the tragic fall. He was a story of incredible highs and devastating lows. He was George Best, the party, the genius, the legend. His story reminds us that football, at its best, isn't just about winning. It's about beauty, excitement, and moments of pure, unforgettable magic. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more deep dives into the lives of football's greatest icons, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got many more stories to tell. We'll see you in the next one.